Are you a songwriter looking for a little help when inspiration strikes but you're not near your computer or phone? Or perhaps you need a little inspiration? Well, today I'm sharing 5 of my favorite tools for songwriting that will help you if you find yourself in one of those situations. Let's blast off.
You got that na 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 na, and I can't stop with these boys from California.
Konnichiwa, cyborgs! I'm Jonathan Miller, and welcome back to Jonathan Miller Music, helping you become a better songwriter. I make futuristic and outer space-inspired dance pop music, and every Wednesday on this channel, I'm helping others take their music to level 2. That sounds good? Consider subscribing. If not, rude. I mean, how else is this channel supposed to grow if you don't hit the subscribe button, and then ring the notification bell, and hit view all notifications, and whatever YouTube wants you to do now? I don't know, I can't keep up. You know what? How about you just hit the sub button and we'll call it good? Okay? Cool. Let's move on. Just a quick note before we get started, I'm not sponsored in any way by any of these things that I'm mentioning in this video. I mean, it'd be cool if I was, but I'm not, so just letting you know. These are actually things that I love and use them all the time when I'm writing music. So with that out of the way, let's get started. RHYMEZONE.com. This is probably the tool I use the most when I'm writing music. It's excellent for coming up with rhymes or near rhymes when you get stuck. In my 14 years of making music, I've used this tool a lot. And I know a lot of other musicians on YouTube and in the general profession use it a lot as well. So if you get stuck, spend some time looking at your options. Just be careful and don't get too crazy because you do want your song to still make sense and sound natural. So watch out for that. And they also have an iPhone app for when inspiration strikes on the go. Not 100% sure if it's on Android, but maybe you can let me know in the comments if it is. My point is, it's very handy. Next resource I have for you is Thesaurus.com, or an actual thesaurus for those of you who are not familiar with the outer net. Thesaurus.com has saved me so many times when I'm feeling like I'm writing the same word over and over and over again. It's basically a site where you can look up synonyms and antonyms to a specific word that'll kind of help spice up your writing a little bit. Although, word of advice, make sure you look up the definition of the word you're thinking of choosing because sometimes it doesn't always have exactly the same meaning. At the end of the day, English is hard, you know? I would never want to learn it as a second language, but it's definitely worth checking out if you need a little help. The next tool I have for you is actually Pinterest. If you know your brand and you kind of know your fan culture or what you're all about, you can check out Pinterest for inspiration. For example, I'm all about futuristic cityscapes and skyscrapers and technology and all that sort of stuff. So sometimes I'll log onto Pinterest and just kind of look and browse images because sometimes having a visual can get things started and spark that inspiration you need. So check it out and give it a try. And you can always tweet me at John Miller Music with some futuristic stuff. I'm just saying, I like looking at pretty things. Shameless plug. Next resource for you is actually for iPhone users, although I'm pretty sure there's something similar to it on Android, and that is the Voice Memos app. When a melody or a lyric comes to mind and I don't have time to just write it down real quick, I can just hit the record button, boom, 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 and we're good to go. Then you can come back to it later so you don't lose the idea. I've mentioned this before, but I wrote my song Marionette when I was in a hot tub on vacation, and lucky for me, because I'm a young person and we're always attached to our phones, it happened to be nearby, which, by the way, I don't recommend you keep your phone by the water. Learn that the hard way. Not a fun thing to go through. Anyway, I was lucky this time and I recorded everything that was coming to mind, and then when I got back to my room, I was able to write the remainder of the song. So this app is a lifesaver and very helpful. Basically, my advice is if you got it, use it. And the last tool I have for you is another iPhone standard app, and that is the Notes app. I've written so many full-length songs on the Notes app. I don't even know how many are on there. It's insane. It's such a standard feature that you would just not think about, but it's so useful. I even have a list of potential song titles on there. That app gets a lot of mileage from me, I'm not gonna lie. However, I will say that make sure you back it up because sometimes, you know, technology glitches out, or maybe you hit the delete button on accident. You might want to email it to yourself or print it out. Not that that's ever happened to me. I mean, I'm much smarter than that. I would never do that. Just just be careful. So those are some of my favorite tools for songwriting. Question of the video, what are some of your favorite songwriting tools? Leave me a comment below letting me know. If you want more songwriting tips and tricks, I've got all sorts of fun videos on this channel. You can check them out. There's links in the description below. And as always, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you're new. I put out new videos every single Wednesday. Once again, I'm Jonathan Miller, and I will see you next time. Matane!